What up YouTube, it's Misery's Company. In today's video, we are continuing our Beginner's Guide series and we are looking at the legacy of the Horadrim. Now, this is something that you're going to want to do on a daily basis because it nets you all of the substats that will literally make the difference later in the game or even months from now, that if you do it on a daily basis and never fall behind, man, you're never going to regret it and you're going to be thanking yourself for doing it now and every day there forward. So without further ado, let's get straight to the video. So like I said, guys, the legacy of the Horadrim can be found in your activities of the battle pass. As you can see, I've already done it for myself, but you want to go over here. Let's see if I can just run it just to show you guys. But yeah, basically you want to make sure you're collecting these aspirant keys. There's a few different ways you'll get them, and I'll show you that here in just a second. So in order to get into the Sanctum, you're just going to click over here in West March. I forgot what level you unlock it. But yeah, you're going to want to make sure you unlock it as soon as you can. On my free-to-play account, I'm currently level 32 and have not unlocked it yet, so it must be shortly thereafter. Now, you do get 10 battle points for doing it, and in the middle of the Sanctum, you will see the shrine. Now, this is where all of the good stuff happens. Now, you see that I have maxed out all of my gems. Now, you do not have any of them unlocked, and if you click on each individual gem of vacancy, it will show you how you get each individual gem. Now, some of them are harder than others, and this, I want to say, one of these, I want to say it's this bottom one right here. So yeah, this is the one that is really, really hard to get because it's totally RNG. You basically just keep running the Sanctum and eventually it will be in one of the chests. And obviously this one's pretty nice. It's probably the best one because you do get damage, verse, and life. So you do want to prioritize the ones that give you dual stats. So the first one, are just going, sort of clockwise. The first one in the top right is the damage, then resistance. I'm blocking the stats for it with my camera like I always do. The next one is life, and then this one is armor pen and armor. So this is the first two stat, and then we have damage and life right here, and then potency and resistance right here, armor, and then armor pen. So you want to see, personally, what I recommend is doing all of them sort of equally. So I have most of mine at level 18 or 20. You see the three different, you have garnet, you have sapphire, and you have beryl. So these are three different currencies that you're going to get from farming in the Horadrim. So when you go into the legacy of the Horadrim, I don't think I'll be able to do it because I already did it. Basically, you would come over here, boom, boom, boom. Actually, where would that take me? Let's see. Yeah, so you're going to go through the individual Sanctum. You can see that, like, this is where we started. You're going to go straight through it. It's going to change on a daily basis. So don't feel like you have to memorize it. It's not even meant to be difficult or a maze, but you're going to get 4 to 5 of the aspirant keys just for farming those or for going through those on a daily basis. And then what I recommend personally, and now I know I've seen a lot of different studies and a lot of different videos of people recommend different things. Your first chest is going to be free, and then your second chest is going to cost 1, and then it basically doubles and doubles and doubles after that. So 2, and then, well, you'll have to see the next one. It's an open one, so 2, and then this one's now 4. So it doubles each time. So then after you complete all the chests in one room, you're going to see this door over here on the map, or right here, where you actually unlock the next room. There's about 3 rooms, if I remember correctly, but the key thing is that you need 377. So 377 keys in order to max all the chests, and after doing so, you get a bonus chest that gives you even more of these three currencies. Now, why is that important? Because that is what you're going to use back here in the beginning of the shrine to actually level up each individual stone. So basically, in the beginning, you want to hunt all the stones that you can, get these as soon as possible, and make sure you're running your Horadrim every single day as soon as you unlock it to get as much of these 3 currencies, and then upgrade them in as close to order as you can. You can see some of these cost the orange one, some of them cost the green, and it goes up incrementally, and then some cost the blue. So you want to try to level up all of the same. I have seen some people level up just damage and then damage and life, like the top right one, and then this one down here, but they instantly regret it because damage is something that you're going to be focused on everywhere else. So in the Horadrim, you just want to make sure all of your substats are balanced together. That's the strategy that I've been doing. I've seen people argue that, but it seems like for the most part, most people will agree with that strategy moving forward. I think it gives you the most bang for your buck as well. Now, I did take about a 2 to 3 month break from Diablo Immortal several months ago before I started making content for it. So that's why I'm not as high as some other people that you probably have seen, or even someone who's very consistent. Now, is this a pay to win mechanic? Kind of. You can definitely purchase keys. So I'm going to go ahead and say yes, I guess, in that case. So if you go to the bundles, you can definitely see this aspirin keys available, and that's definitely going to help you get more chests even quicker. So it's definitely can be pay to win, but from a free to play aspect, you're going to want to make sure you grind this on a daily basis so you can get as close to that threshold as you can as a free to play. Now, there are some other areas you can get the aspirin keys. So you're going to get them just for running it on a daily basis. Let's go ahead and leave. I guess I could probably just hit this. Now, the other spot, if you're an immortal, the other spot you're going to get it is, I'll show you here in a second. So if you're an immortal, the other area, actually, let's go to the immortal. So we are currently an immortal. So if you go to the activities, the, what is it called? Corvus Expedition also nets you some additional keys. And they actually just buffed it after the most recent patch. So you can actually go into it now with 4 people instead of 8. So that's way more better than it used to be. Way more better. Oh my God. And you actually get some additional resources, but we don't know what that looks like yet, or at least I don't. I have not done it for myself. But if you also go over here to the Hilch Trader, you can, every single day it resets where you can get 5 more aspirin keys. Now, if you're a shadow, it's a little bit easier because you're going to want to make sure you go to the, what's it called? So anyway, go over here to the general one down here, aspirin keys. And that's going to be how you get the additional 5 every single day. So always, 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 as soon as you log into the game, run your Horadrim and then come over here and get the keys, or do it vice versa. It doesn't matter. Now, if you are a shadow, the other activity is called the assembly, and that is going to be where you get a decent amount of experience, but you also get aspirin keys just for doing that. So those are going to be the main ways of getting the aspirin keys. Obviously, they are purchasable, so there's a pay-to-win mechanic in this, but I don't see people really going out of their way to buy aspirin keys, and for the most part, it's just part of a bundle that they already were going to get anyway, and they're just included, so it just helps them get a little bit farther. So, but that's, as a free-to-play, that's all the more reason why you don't want to skip a single day, because as a pay-to-win, you might be able to like, well, I don't want to run it today, or, oh, I didn't have enough time, so I'm not going to run it. Whereas a free-to-play, you got to keep grinding, guys. It doesn't take long. It takes about maybe a minute, minute and a half if you're not unlocking all the chests. It takes a little bit longer if you're doing all of them, because you have to go through all 3 rooms, and there are some mobs in there. But ultimately, guys, this is one of the most important things to do in Diablo Immortal, so I wanted to make sure I got you this video earlier on in our beginners series guide. So let me know in the comments below what you guys think and what you want to see next from our beginners guide series, and it might just be my next video. Until next time, lock it in.